Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to the NBA Pick Show on the LineStar YouTube channel. Happy Monday. Alongside me is my co-host Tyler Wiemann, and I'm Shannon Sommerville. We've got your top picks for Game 5 of the NBA Finals. OKC and Indiana evened up. This one's back in OKC. Tyler, how you feeling heading into Game 5 here? What do you think?
I'm ready to watch this one. I think it's going to be a fun one. Indy needs to really bring it tonight to have a shot, I think.
All right, so we've got your top picks, as always, available on Underdog. If you don't have Underdog yet, download the app. Use the promo code LineStar. That is the key to get yourself a nice deposit match. Plus, you'll also get one free month of the LineStar app. And Underdog has some great promos that we are taking advantage of, including the extender bonus. We'll get a nice boost on our entry for today with our top 3 NBA picks. Plus, we will also put together a ladders lineup, picking at least 3 players and laddering their points totals all together on an entry. If all 3 players surpass the 3rd rung of the ladder, we are going to get 25x our lineup. It's a really fun, 25x our money, not our lineup, but it's a really fun contest right now. Again, that is on Underdog. The ladders competition has been a fun one. Let's recap Friday's Game 4 results for us. Unfortunately, the only pick that cashed for us was Mr. Alex Caruso delivering for us in his point total. And unfortunately for our ladders contest, we swung for the fences with this one. We did say this, and with the disclaimer for that Aaron Wiggins pick, that he's either going to put up like 0 or he's going to put up like, more than 0, but basically we were hoping for that 25x mark, and he only put up 1, so he held us back on our ladders, unfortunately. Halliburton only got to the 1st rung, SGA got to the 2nd rung, and it kind of seems like Pacers have been doing a good job at, kind of limiting SGA from getting to that max scoring output that we really needed him to get for that ladders competition. So we'll talk about how we're going to play our ladders for Game 5 in just a minute, but let's start off with our picks for today. But as always, using the LineStar app plus the new tool from the makers of LineStar. It's a totally free app, the Props Optimizer. Check it out today. We have a tab specifically for Underdog, so you can kind of compare what the biggest edge is and find the best value on Underdog. So again, Props Optimizer, wherever you get your apps, go check it out today. All right, Tyler, let's get into our picks for today. We've got 3 picks that we're going to use that extender bonus with, and we're going to start off with the guy who helped us cash on Friday. That's Alex Caruso. He's been solid for OKC. Higher than 17.5 PRA is what we are playing here. As you can see, LineStar liking this, and that projection is with us. What is your assessment of Caruso and his output potential for tonight?
I mean, we've been riding him for the last couple games, and we just got to stay on it. I mean, he's played 30-plus minutes in the last 2. 27 minutes is the lowest he's played in this series. And what we've seen is he is just such a difference maker for this team in this matchup. He's going to play a ton again, and he does all the little things right. They're also going small a lot, so he's just out there more, has the opportunity to hit those threes down, and then with him doing all those small things, he gets the rebounds, get assists, and just kind of makes it happen for the team as a whole.
On the other side of things, Aaron Wiggins, we're going lower on his points, rebounds, assists total. Not only because he burned us in the ladders department on Friday, but because LineStar doesn't have him there in all of our projections and algorithms. What is your assessment of his potential for tonight, given he's not really playing all that much?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing 8 to 10 minutes a game, and with this being such a pivotal game, I would be shocked if he plays any more than 10, unless he just gets red hot like he did in, game 2, which I just don't think is likely. I mean, he's only going to play like 8 minutes. If he shoots 2 threes, and they both go in, maybe he gets extended a little bit. But all in all, I think it's going to be very hard for him to go over here.
All right. And lastly, let's go to the Pacers and Myles Turner, higher than 1.5 3-pointers made in this one. He's been getting a lot of shots off, hasn't been making them, but you feel like he's due for some regression. Maybe some of those hit tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, look, he has 23 attempts in this series. He's shooting 5 a game, but he's only shooting 20% from 3. This is a guy that shot 39% on the season. So, let's just bet on some positive regression here from downtown for Myles Turner, and they're going to need him to knock a couple down.
Yeah, I like it, especially given the fact that OKC is just so good in the paint. I like the spot here for Turner. Get him going on the perimeter a little bit and could help them out there. So Caruso, Wiggins, Turner, rolling with those guys on an entry on Underdog and applying that extender bonus, which is such a great promo right now for the finals on Underdog. Take advantage of that while it lasts. Next up, let's go to the ladders. Ladders lineup time. We are picking at least 3 players, and we are laddering their points total. The first rung of the ladder, if all 3 players reach it, we'll get our money back. The second rung of the ladder, if all 3 players reach it, 3x our money. If they all get to that final rung of the ladder, the third rung, that is 25x. Big money. Let's go get it today, Tyler. For our ladders lineup, here's who we have decided on. The first player, we're going with Chet Holmgren, who needs to reach 23 points for that third rung of the ladder. He's averaging just under 16 points per game in the playoffs. He's had 6, 15, 20, and 14 in this series. What do you expect from him, considering he's really only exceeded the 23 mark once in the playoffs versus Memphis? What is your thought process here, Tyler?
Well, look, SGA is not likely to go 25x. That he's good. You can count him for 30 plus. He's going to be right around that 34 where the line is, but the chances of him going, mid 40s is just slim. Mm-hmm. So I don't really want to go SGA because of that. Jalen Williams hasn't been great at scoring at home. He's in like the high teens in both the home Indiana games, Indianapolis games. And then they need role players to step up here. So with that, I think Chet is kind of the most likely one besides SGA to put that scoring first and in a spot that he really can do it. And versus the Pacers defense is allowing over 20 a game to the starting power forward, which Holmgren will likely be. They did move Hartenstein back into that starting spot for game 5. He didn't play big minutes, but he was out there a little bit. So Chet technically started at the 4.
All right. Next up on the ladders lineup, let's go. We're going Dort here. 6, 9, 15 are the numbers that he needs to reach, averaging 9 points per game in the series. He's had 15, 3, 12, and 6. They're kind of all over the map, but clearly has reached that 15 in this series, which is something we like to see. Hopefully he gets there. What is your assessment of his prospects for tonight?
Yeah, I think he's going to have a lot of opportunities to knock down the 3. So he has had 2 games where he, was really, really firing it off. Game 1 at home, he had 10 shot attempts. 9 of them were from 3. And I think that's really going to be how it breaks down here for Dort. I think he's going to have plenty of opportunities from 3. And if that ball is going in, that 15 is absolutely in play here. And OKC is going to need him to knock down 1 or 2. They're going to need role players to really step up in this one, I think.
Lastly, to the Pacers, Obi Toppin. His ladder numbers to reach are 8, 11, and 17. He's averaging just over 9 points per game in the playoffs. He's reached 17, 3, 8, and 17. Love the fact that he's hit that 17 number 2 times already in this series. So obviously, this is the guy we can count on for ladders. What is your assessment of what he can do tonight?
Yeah, you obviously like that he's had that upside already. He's been a key piece like Caruso on the other side. It's a guy that is playing, elevated minutes in this series compared to what he was. And that 3 ball has been dropping, and that's really how he has hit that 17 twice. So if he has that opportunity and is hitting those 3s, he can absolutely do it once again in this spot.
All right, let's go. Ladders lineup looks like this. Holmgren, Dort, Toppin, all on that ladders lineup. Again, to reach that in Underdog, you have to go to the bottom where it says originals in the app, and it'll take you to a new screen. You click on the ladders and select your players. Let us know what you're rolling with tonight. Should be a good game. Tyler, who you got winning this one? Is it, are you going with the favorites, 9.5 point favorites at home, OKC?
I would be shocked if OKC loses this one.
That's for sure. All right. So let us know what you're rolling with. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys back here next time. Good luck.